Down in Dania Beach, Florida at Harbortown Marina, and we're inside Intrepid Boats Service and Sales Center, and I want to introduce you to our next expert guest, who's also an expert installer of these underwater lights. This is Bobby Krell. Hi, Bobby.
Hi, John. Nice.
Bobby is the owner of a company called Langer Krell, and you've been in South Florida for a long time. You have a couple of different showrooms, one down here in Fort Lauderdale. Where's the other one?
We have one in Palm Beach and one in Miami.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
And you literally service South Florida with marine electronics, with these underwater lights. But let's talk a little bit about my underwater lights. Okay, I went with what Lumishore calls their 90 Select. Okay, and that means I have 4 different color choices with my underwater lights. We're going to be installing a different underwater surface mounted light that has color change. What is it called and what boat is it going on?
Well, John, we're going to be using the 150 series from Lumishore, and they're called the color change lights. And unlike yours, these will be able to slew through the entire color spectrum. Whatever color you can imagine is in this light presently. And you'll have a control unit that one can use to select whatever colors they want, the brightness, the speed, and so on. We're going to be installing 3 of these lights on a 47-foot Intrepid that has 4 350 horsepower outboards on it. And we'll be doing that in a few minutes.
Okay, first off, let's talk about the location of the lights. Where are we going to be putting them on the transom of the boat?
Well, we're going to put them probably around 10 inches, 12 inches underneath the waterline of the boat if we can. And we're going to be putting between the engines. We have a lot of hardware back there, and what we need to do is make sure that the light obviously is able to disperse itself between the engines.
So how are you going to get the wire that's on the light inside the boat, from the outside of the boat to the inside of the boat?
Well, you know, we're able to, but since we do have access to the bilge, we're going to be going straight out the back of this surface mount light.
See the wire coming straight out the back?
Right out the back, right.
Okay.
And we're going to be using a 3/16-inch drill bit.
Right.
Go right through the transom of the boat into the bilge, and then we're going to feed this cable through that hole and, of course, seal it properly.
Okay, now how many mounting screws will hold a single fixture?
Each fixture is held together, held on the back of the boat with 3 stainless steel screws, and then, of course, we seal it with the proper adhesive. In this case, we'll be using 5200.
Okay.
And that'll seal it.
Now, these Lumishore lights are encapsulated, okay? The metal is never coming in contact with the boat, and that means the metal on the screw isn't going to come in contact with the housing, and you're not going to have an issue of galvanic corrosion.
That's correct.
All right, now when you're talking about multiple lights, you know, I'm cool with 2 lights, but you're talking about 3. You're starting to get into some cabling here. You're starting to get into some wires. Are you going to be using any type of a junction box? And if you are, could you show us one?
Well, yes, we are going to be using a junction box, and I have one here. This is a simple junction box that comes with the equipment. And what we're going to be doing is taking the cable from each one of these lights, and we're going to run all 3 cables to this junction box. We're going to run the cable from the controller also to the junction box, and then finally power. So everything's going to terminate with this box right here. So it's a rather simple, straightforward installation. We'll be able to service it in the future. If we have a problem, we know where to go. We're going to go right to this box. Everything's going to terminate right here.
I know that you have an online resource, and some people might want to find out more about Langer Krell. They might want to find out about your professional installation services. Do you have any type of connectivity?
Well, we do. We have a website. It's called langerkrell.com, and there we have all our contact information and a full story about Langer Krell Marine Electronics. So take a look at that website, give us a call, and we're happy to come out and work with you.